morning and welcome to the Marketing Drive. I'm Dan Adelko, and today we just came out, well, not today, but we just came out of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It was a very busy 6 weeks of campaign prep, creative prep, new branding, AdWords, Bing, Facebook, Instagram, all channels firing on all cylinders, and it was very successful for us and for everybody involved, so we were really pleased to see that kind of come down the pipe. So one of the things that was really apparent to me as we were doing Black Friday was the amounts of campaigns that we observed in a number of different verticals where companies and brands were selling through obviously steeply discounted offers. Sorry, I've got a young driver trainee in front of me changing lanes about 4 times. One of the things that has become apparent is that a great number and a great deal of brands are really front-loading their advertising spend against the final sale. And I know a number of different digital marketers speak to this quite often, but I wanted to reinforce the importance of building to a lead list and then marketing into your lead list rather than trying to close the deal through platforms like AdWords. Unless you've got a substantial budget, and even then, I might question the strategic decision making behind purchase now, buy now on a first touch of an AdWords campaign. So the analogy I would give you is if I'll use my wife as an example. So when we were dating, if I would have just met my wife and dropped to one knee immediately and said, "Marry me," within the first 10 minutes of us ever speaking, she would have thought I was insane. As opposed to saying, "Would you like to go grab some lunch?" And then maybe go see a movie, and then maybe go grab some dinner, and progress the relationship through in a slightly more natural way. When you front load your AdWords spend against the final purchase, your core product, you are in fact dropping to one knee and asking somebody to marry you. You're asking for a big commitment with someone that may not even be familiar with you at all. And what that does is it increases your acquisition cost. And it doesn't really make sense if we think about it logically and take a step back. And what we're trying to achieve through these channels is to start a relationship, provide value to a customer, give them items of value that they have that they see as having a highly perceived value, and then consistently communicating with them to tell your product, SaaS software, subscription service, it doesn't really matter, to tell your story, to build that trust, to complete the final sale, and then to also nurture that relationship through and keep them on as customers. So you can go from $800, $900 of a cost per acquisition. I've seen that happen before, and that gets very expensive, obviously. And basically be burning the rest of your budget on traffic that will visit you once and without a cohesive story may never come back to see you again or ever be interested in you. The second thing about this, so building to that lead list allows you to have a cost per lead model on your AdWords and on any of your CPC channels, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Rakuten. It doesn't really, like, whatever channel it is, AdWords or Bing. When you embrace and actually plan out a very strong cost per lead model, and you're acquiring leads through various formats, whether it's ebook giveaway, I won't say newsletter sign up, but updates, what you're doing is you're reducing the cost because there's a lower barrier to entry. People will be more willing to engage in a webinar, engage in a free ebook download, engage in a checklist, for example, as a lead magnet, as opposed to shelling out money to purchase the final product. Shelling out the money to purchase the final product is further down the funnel. So you want to develop the funnel. And one of the things that I like to talk about a little bit, it's a bit of a, I use it as a bit of a joke, but if you remember A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson, you want the leads, you can't handle the leads. And if you can't handle the leads and you're collecting leads with no plan at that point, then really what you're doing is zombie marketing. You have to have a plan for the leads. You have to understand what your story is that you're trying to tell, and you have to understand what your goals are for your customers. So taking it outside of yourself and saying, what do I want this individual sitting on the other end of a computer or a mobile device, what do I want from them? Do I even know what I want from them? Because if I don't know what I want from my customers, they're not gonna certainly know what to do. So part of the strategy to kind of embrace and think about is simply this. Consider taking your acquisition campaigns, provide a cost per lead strategy and model. So what you're doing is you are absolutely not asking people to purchase the product immediately. You want to give them something of value. That shifts your campaigns from cost per acquisition to a cost per lead model. The second thing you want to do is when you acquire that lead, make sure that you have a plan, a very clearly laid out plan for communication that will provide value to that individual, that will give them something that they see as important, and that will allow you to open and develop an ongoing relationship that will eventually lead, hopefully, to that person trusting you enough to then purchase your product. And then from that, you've got really what becomes a strong strategic positioning and a good use of your advertising and marketing dollars in general. So to review, well, I just did that, actually. I did just review. Sorry, had to go through the red light. Consider cost per lead, build the lead list. It's all in the lead list. Provide value that's clear to your customer. Understand what you would like them to do and how you're gonna benefit them. Create a strong story and a strong funnel and a strong way of communicating on a regular basis. And that would include marketing automation and triggering events and providing value to that customer. And then learn how to market to them in a positive way that will make them want to purchase from you. I think if you do that, you're gonna find that your entire marketing and communication strategy will shift into a relationship-based model as opposed to an in-your-face, buy-now model, and you'll see bottom line benefits. So that's the marketing drive for today. Have a great day. Peace out.